for us it is a first time. So one second. Windows 10, Windows 10 Enterprise. Download. You can see evaluation version. So you can go for first one only. No problem. Okay. So you can see Windows 10 Enterprise, ISO Enterprise. Okay. You can go to the description. You can see what version you are getting. Okay, so this is 20H2 means it's the latest version only. Okay, build versions are different. Build versions are there. This is the latest one. Okay, you can see 32-bit and 64-bit. So now I have to tell something here. Okay guys, some of you having a 4 GB maybe, some are having a 8 GB RAM. Check your what is your RAM capacity. And next, based on that you have to adjust it. If you have a less than 4, less than 4 GB, so next practicals are very difficult. So consult me if you have any issues. So if you have a less than 4 GB, then better one is go to the cloud. Okay, Saisar is also good, very good at AWS part. So ask any solutions in the cloud, AWS, any Windows 10 machines, Windows Server machines. So connect the cloud, one option. Otherwise, okay. So I have a desktop. My own desktop is there. Okay. So I have my own desktop already. Yesterday I spoke with one of your people. Okay. So you can connect me. So you can discuss how many people are there issues. So you can connect my desktop remotely after class session or at the time of lunch break or after class or immediate class hour. Okay, I will give you a remote session using, you can use any desk or anything. You can do your practical part. Why? Because of when we do Windows servers 2019. Okay, so it is compulsory 64 bit only. From 2012 onwards, it is a 64 32 bit is there. Okay, compulsory. Few things should be check it. Okay, of course, other solutions are there. Maybe you don't like that one. Okay, next. What is your CPU model? Check your CPU model also, what edition it is, and find out what it is. For example, um, go to task manager. I'm already telling the issues what you will get it, and you can see. So you can see it is i5 3230, means it's a third generation. So just type in a thing like a Intel i5 3250 something is there, right? 3230. Some processor. Is it M processor or yeah, right? Same processor. That is my processor. You can see the details in a Intel website itself. Okay, you can see 2 core 4 threads. Okay, 32 GB maximum capacity DDR3. What type of DDR3 I can able to use it? Okay, important thing is first important is memory. Memory maximum capacity is important, and next important is virtualization technology enabled, like yes or not. Okay, and also you can see here the down. You can see this is my processor. Virtualization enabled should be shown. Okay, if it is showing disabled, it means in a BIOS you have to enable it. If you don't enable there, so 64-bit virtualization won't work here. Sometimes it will shows not supported, not capable, means your processor is not at all supporting virtualization thing. Okay, okay, and also you can better to verify in a Intel website. So virtualization technology is supported or not. Here it is. Virtualization technology VTS. Okay, and it must be a 64. Okay, 64-bit processor is required, and because of 64-bit virtualization for a server mainly. Next, your RAM capacity must be more than 4 GB RAM, not 4 GB. Actually, you should be having a minimum 8 GB is a better one. If you have a 4 GB, so we have to adjust according to it. So be careful that the processor model and generations also may impact on your system performance. Okay. If any other issues also, please tell me. I can able to try to help you. Okay. This is how we can able to check it. Okay. So here you know already how to install. I think so. So ISO image continue. You have to give your name, last name. It won't ask any verification kind of stuff, but you have to fill the things. For work email ID, any email ID you can give it. Your name at the rate of Vedic.com, example.com, or maybe don't give example.com, some.com. Okay, even the Microsoft email ID, if you have, you can give Microsoft email ID or any email ID. Usually it works, or any duplicate mail ID.
Hello,
So you have
sir.
to, yeah,
Sorry to interrupt you.
no problem.
Madhu sir already explained us one class about the installation process.
Okay, okay, good then.
Yes,
Okay,
we already explained a complete installation of Windows 10 once.
okay,
Yeah,
he said already. Okay, then good.
yes.
Okay, good. Okay, so this is how you can able to continue install download the Windows 10 Enterprise, and a new version is better for next practicals also. Next practical, not only Windows 10 practicals. If you have any other issues to download, I have already stored in my Google Drive. I will share that one. Okay. So this is about your downloading. Already I downloaded Z Drive. I think it is there here. So this is a downloaded part. Okay, it is big name like this. This is your Windows 10 ISO image. Next, you have to create a virtual machine. So then we can able to install a Windows 10 operating system inside. So while it is installation, so I will go with PPT explain features of Windows 10 and all. Okay. Okay. You have virtual machine, but I don't have a. I have virtual machine, but I don't do in my own virtual machines. Okay. Already there are there. So I'm going to create a new virtual machine before going to that one. So I will store my virtual machine in a separate drives, not in a direct C drive kind of stuff. Okay. You have to verify where the more space is available. So I have a this drive having a space, and as well as um, usually I store virtual machines here only. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new um, folder. So for your batch I'm putting a CTS3. Okay, what is the next one? So for CTS3 2021. Okay, no, I can give space also. No. So I better to keep all the virtual machine in a separate folder. Better to keep everything in a separate folder. So it is a H drive. So I will keep it here. So here is a create a new virtual machine. I'm using 16 Pro. I'm using 16 Pro. If in case your operating system is Windows 7 or Windows 8 part, okay, Windows 7 or Windows 8, while you are installing 16 Pro, if you are getting an issue like it is showing not suitable. It means you have to install older version 15.5, 15 versions you can able to install. 16 is already available in market. Okay, so select the typical. Next, the last option, I will install operating system later. Okay, Microsoft Windows 10, I am installing Windows 10 64-bit only, not 32-bit. But if you are download 32-bit, you want to install 32-bit Windows 10, then you have to select Windows 10. If you are installing 64, compulsory select 64. It prepare virtual hardware. Next, never leave the name like this. Okay, always put a proper name, because you're a third batch, so then I'm putting your name and as well as this one, like Windows. So client one, just like a C1 I given. If you see here, it is also I given. See, CTS2 Win C2, CTS1 Win C1, like that. I think yeah, here it is. Okay, C1 S1, CTS1 Linux. I think CTS1 Windows I deleted it. Okay, so like this, and don't put in your C drive. So remove from the C drive and paste that H drive link, which is I copied from here. The folder, this entire link entire path I copied. Put a slash, okay, here. Next, so I select the first option, single file. 60 GB is enough for this. Whatever we do, 60 GB enough. If you want, you can take more also, no problem. Okay, you can take 100, 120, like that also. You can take more. 60 is enough. Next, it is showing customize hardware. Go to customize hardware. Okay, here is 2 GB is there. Keep the 2 GB is enough. Change one to one, because better. Number of processor one, number of processor per core is one. Select this option. This is completely optional. I need a Hyper-V in Windows 10. So then I am selecting this one. So for internal virtualization or a nested virtualization part. Okay. Next, you have to use select this CD DVD. Use ISO image file. Go to browse and select a image. This is my Windows 10 image. Okay, if you have a confusion, so change the name to Windows 10 64, what OS you downloaded based on that, and with the build version 20H2. Okay, evolution. Okay, so use ISO image. Next, I always use VMNet 0 instead of VMNet 1. Okay, I don't use VMNet, VMNet NAT. I don't use NAT. I use VMNet 0. If you are using VMNet 0 first time, you may get some issue. I will tell you how to solve that issue also. Okay, VMNet 0 actually directly bridge your VM virtual machine to your network adapter directly. Your Wi-Fi or okay, so that is having a bridge. For while we are doing a server time, we have to change to VMNet 1 for a internal part only, not to communicate any physical networks. Okay, we have to only communicate in virtual network only. So VMNet 0 is a bridge to your physical network, so I use VMNet 0 only. That's it. Like memory 2 GB, processor is check mark 11, CD DVD, this one, we have to put image compulsory, VMNet 0, close, finish. The virtual machine is going to create. So now virtual machine is created. Go to edit virtual machine settings. Edit virtual machine settings. So here once again you can verify what are the things you given. If you want to change like a disk size or a disk type or anything you want to change it, you can change it. Okay. Next options. Go to VMware tools. Time sync off. Select this option. You can see VMware tools. Time sync off. Select this option. So because of this option, um, time synchronization will occur with your host, means physical PC. Next, click on advanced. Make sure UEFI is selected. Make sure UEFI is selected. If in case, if you are using a 12 version, this option won't show here. It will option will be show here in these lines only. So make sure that UEFI is selected. By accidentally you are selected BIOS and you start your virtual machine, you cannot able to convert into UEFI. If you convert, issues will occur. So keep only anything, either BIOS or UEFI, and don't change it once you start your virtual machine. So this is UEFI I am keeping because that is a new one. Okay. Next, as my hobby, I add three lines. This is a file which is I shared to your WhatsApp group. Just check the group. Okay. These three lines I'm adding to my VMware file. So this is my virtual machine. So you can see CTS3 via Win C1. You can see VMX file. If you don't understand or you are unable to do this one, no problem. If you cannot able to see .vmx, go to view, check this option, file name extension. Check this option, you will get a extension. Right click on your .vmx file and open with notepad. Okay, if you can't see the notepad also, you can go to choose other apps. There you can find notepad here. Do not check this one, don't check this one. Okay, or uncheck this one if it is checked. Find out where is a notepad. Okay, click on a notepad, open, okay, like that. Okay, and once it is showing like this, scroll down to the end. You can find something like this one, flappy 0 present is equal to false, and paste these three lines. All it is share to your WhatsApp. Otherwise you can note down and make sure caps small, zeros, o's should be correct. Okay, so if you are typing or your own, otherwise you can take it from the what that one. Okay, so these three lines help you to nested virtualization, means you can install a Hyper-V in your virtual machine. If you forget to add, if you forget to add these three lines, no problem. The only thing is Hyper-V, we can't able to install Hyper-V. Platform we can't able to install. Manager we can install, but platform we can't able to install it if you forget to put it. But once you start your virtual machine, definitely don't change these lines or anything. Please don't change it. If you change, problem will occur. Okay. So this is try to make hobby of that one. Now everything is set it. My memory is 2 GB RAM. Okay. I have my, see here it is memory. My task manager memory. I have 12 GB RAM. Important thing is available RAM. Even though I have a 12 GB of RAM, but my availability RAM is 6 GB. Guys, understand, if you have a 4 GB or 8 GB RAM, how much availability RAM is there? Better to take it. For example, you have only 4 GB RAM. You have a 2 GB availability RAM is there. 2 GB available. You can take 2 GB. Entire system gets slow, but okay 2 GB. Don't take 4 GB. Or you can take 1 GB or 1.5 GB is also okay. Take 1.5 GB or 1 GB as per you can do it. If you are using 8 GB, again make sure availability RAM like a 4 GB is available. For example, you have a 5 or a 6 GB available, then take 4 GB for installation purpose. After that one you can reduce it. Otherwise take 2 GB only. Better to take 2 GB. So why we should confuse like that? Now for me, 6 GB is almost near to the 6 GB is available. So I feel it is okay for me. So I'm going to increase my RAM for installation purpose only. So 4 GB I increase from year to year only. Okay. If you have a lesser RAM capacities, your availability RAM is only 4 GB. So better to keep 2 GB or 3 GB. Okay, maximum. Don't consume entire RAM. Your system, physical system will get slow, dead slow, almost dead. So I increased my RAM to 4 GB. Now I'm powering on my virtual machine. So every setting is good, and here, okay, if you see this one, better to keep in a full screen mode while you are doing this one. Okay, so alt control insert. If your insert is in a function mode, then alt control function insert. Okay, if you see that there, press any key to boot from CD or DVD. It is displayed and immediately it is gone. Again do alt control insert. It is a fresh PC, so it won't do any harm to your system. Okay, you try to boot from CD DVD. When it is appear, press enter button like this. Okay, press enter or a space bar, then you will get a Windows logo. If you are not getting Windows logo, you are getting other things, then you have to put a alt control insert, click on the screen and all. Okay, to relieve the mouse from the screen, alt control. Okay, to relieve the mouse from the screen, alt control. Now this mouse is relieved. Okay, if you click on it, it is inside your virtual machine. Alt control to relieve the mouse. I know you know already, but just more clarification purpose. Okay, so this is a Windows setup pre-installation steps. So important thing is, first you have to go with the pre-installation steps. While installation, for installation, important thing is, first is minimum requirements to install Windows 10 is important. Next, pre-installation steps. Next one is post-installation steps. So what is the pre-installation steps? So when you are giving a final step, install final step, so it is complete the it is copying files kind of stuff is there, no? Till that time it is a pre-installation. Once it is restarted, so what you do, that is a post-installation steps. Now we are doing pre-installation steps. Minimum requirements, usually any basically current operating system, Linux, Windows kind of stuff, is minimum 2 GB RAM. I will give you other details later, so complete details. Now currently 2 GB RAM. Okay. One core CPU, 1 gigahertz CPU is enough. One core CPU is also enough. No need of more than that one. Okay, and one core means single processor is enough. Not required a dual core and all also. So minimum, if you go with recommended, then definitely you require a two core minimum processor like a i3 type. 4 GB minimum RAM is required. Okay, recommended one. So minimum 32 GB hard disk free space is required. Okay, 32 GB free space is required. Compulsory 1024. No, 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 no. So 800 basic display is enough. So we'll go through once again what are the minimum requirements. Okay. Now see the pre-installation steps one by one. It is asking for language, time zone, and keyboard. Sometimes people are little bit. We should not put a name in here on record. One second. Are we in record or? Okay. Sometimes people are certain particular things are that tell me the all the pre-installation steps. You have to tell the steps. You have to select the language English and time and currency format because of time zone. English India automatically time zone will in India time zone. Keyboard is English India automatically. So you have to change only one thing. So then we have to define automatically define other things also. And it is not a multilingual package. It shows only English United States language time zone keyboard. Next, now you can see an option called repair your computer. If you want to repair it, means already voice is installed but now it is corrupted, then you have to go to repair your computer. Now it is not installed already, so click on install now. Click on install now. So when I do practicals, don't try to do parallelly. So you will miss the steps also. Okay, just try to understand and what I'm doing. So last update is June 2018. It's a evolution pack. If you want, you can read entire license agreement. So nothing is showing here. Accept the license terms. Select the accept license. Next, two options it is asking: upgrade and custom. So what is the second one? The second one, custom, means when you install freshly, means system don't have any OS. First one is your system don't have any OS. It's a fresh machine. Custom option. Or you are already having some OS. Same OS like a same Windows 10 may be there, or Windows 8 is there, Windows 7 is there, or Windows XP is there, or maybe Linux is there, Windows Server is there. You want to remove that operating system and install freshly into your system. That time also custom. You want to remove the previous one and installing your this OS freshly. So that time also you can choose custom. Okay, if you choose a custom, so usually to remove the old operating old files, settings, applications will be removed from your partition. Okay, you remove from your system. Okay, general. Okay, that is the one. Upgrade. You want to upgrade your system to Windows 10, Windows 8 to Windows 10, Windows 7 to Windows 10. When you want to upgrade from lower version to higher version, okay, so you can choose upgrade. You can choose upgrade. When you choose upgrade, the previous version of operating systems, files, settings, applications can move windows new machine, Windows 10 new machine. Okay, so new operating system, so take the old things also. Usually it won't delete, but better to take a backup before you are upgrading. Upgrading means lower version to higher version. You can keep your file settings and applications in upgradation. Okay, if you have already Windows 7 and Windows 7 to Windows 10, Windows 8 to Windows 10, 8.1 to Windows 10, upgrade. You want to remove old operating system and you want to remove existing operating system, install freshly, custom. Or you have a fresh machine, no operating system, also custom. Select custom. Second one. Okay, now it is asking 60 GB disk space. I'm not doing any partition directly, I'm taking apply. Okay, if you want to create a partition, also you can create a partition here. For example, and because of it is GPT partition table, it's split like that only, 3 4 partition. If you want, you can change the partition, like you can take 30 GB here or 32 GB here. Okay, in a MB calculations you have to do calculation, and you can partition now also. Otherwise just apply, later you can partition it. Okay, so we'll see the partition later. So I'm giving apply now. If you have a 500 GB or 1 terabyte, better take partition now only. Okay, otherwise take partition like this. Okay, so select the this 59 GB, click next. So up to now this is pre-installation steps. Once this is completed, virtual machine will be restarted. So after restart, what are the steps you do? That is called a post installation steps. Whether you are installing Windows 10 in physical machine or a virtual machine, steps are same. Only difference is physical machine having physical hardware, virtual machine having a virtualized hardware. That's it. Okay. So what are the pre-installation steps? Language, time zone or time zone. It is also saying showing like a currency format, like rupees kind of stuff. Next one is keyboard. It's the most common in almost all operating system. It asks this kind of stuff: keyboard style, currency format, and the time zone formats. Okay. Next, what we done? Install now. Then accept license. Tick mark and next. Now it is not asking any other version kind of stuff. So what we done? Select custom. Okay. Let me say this. Okay. Okay. Upgrade or custom disk partitioning. Partition the disk partition. Next, final finish. So then this is a pre-installation. So it is extract your image and try to install. Already 48 49% is completed. Okay, so let it go on. It will take another 5 minutes to complete all these things. Once it is completed, it will restart. After restart, what will start? Post installation steps. OS to OS, voice version to voice version, things are little bit different. So you can see that one. We have to discuss about minimum requirements. So we'll see that one first. These are the features, and this is the minimum requirements to install a Windows 10. Okay, so processor 1 gigahertz or a faster processor or a SoC, system on chip type. Next, what is system on chip? Like a IoT kind of stuff. Raspberry Pi comes under SoC. RAM 1 GB for 32 bit, 2 GB for 64 bit. Hard disk space. 1 second, guys. Hello. Uh, okay. Sorry for interruption. Okay. So these are the minimum requirements. Yeah, ours Windows 10 installed. What region in India only? So if you are create a virtual machine in a cloud or in a real time while you are doing this kind of stuff, like you are creating a virtual machine type, where is a virtual machine? So the geolocation. So based on that, you have to give time zone. Keyboard layout. You can choose English India or you can use US. US is a better one. Because otherwise you have to tell what is your layout. We are using all are using IBM layouts only, not separate layouts here. Okay, something it is going on. Okay. So the steps after restart, what we do, that is a post installation steps. So meanwhile, I will type here the minimum requirements again. Okay, CPU 1 gigahertz as per the book, 1 gigahertz or a faster SoC anything. Okay, as I written earlier. RAM 1 GB for 32 bit and 2 GB for 64 bit. Okay, and disk. So how much disk it is? 16 GB for 32 bit, 20 GB for 64 bit. Okay, so minimum that is minimum 16 GB for 32 bit. Okay, and 64, sorry, 20 GB for 64 bit. Okay, and display. Okay, display is minimum 800 into 600 is enough. Okay, resolution. Okay, display resolution. Okay, 800 to 600 resolution is enough. Basically, DirectX minimum graphics are required to work on it. DirectX 9 is like that. So when you play games or to basically display drivers must be there. Okay. These are the minimum requirements. If you don't remember this much, so better to go for a CPU minimum 2 GB RAM like that. Okay. Of course, for Hyper-V, if you want to install Hyper-V, so compulsory like for 64-bit compulsory like 64. Okay. So compulsory 64-bit operating system, 64-bit hardware. Okay, and um virtualization should be enabled. So virtualization should be enabled in a hardware wise, like you have to enable. So VTX, Intel VTX, AMD. So that is Intel virtualization. Virtualization should be enabled, and RAM. Okay, RAM must be 4 GB that time, because 2 GB for 64-bit and additional 2 GB is required. It means total RAM is 4 GB. Okay, like this. If you want a this one, work on it. Still, it is going on. Installation is faster, but post installation will take time. So someone came. Meanwhile, okay, Diksha came. Now it is asking for account creation. Okay, it is for a Microsoft account creation. We don't have Microsoft account, worker account, school account. We are not having. If you have also, don't give, because it's a virtual machine. First of all, if it is your physical machine, organization wise, or any other things, personal computer. For personal computer, you can give your personal Microsoft account, no problem. But better to give first normal account, normal local account you should give, then only Microsoft account. Okay, so don't give direct Microsoft account. Otherwise, if you are working in organization and your organization providing a Office 365 account or any business account, if you want you can give like that. Okay, but I'm not going to give, so I'm going to this option, domain join instead. Okay, domain join instead. It is not going to join in any domain, because no domain is available. Even if it is asked, then you can give other things. The new version little bit tricky, so many questions it will ask. Okay, so first I'm giving a name, some account I have to give. The first account I'm giving as a student one. Okay, the first account I'm giving student one. You can give your own name, but don't forget your name. Okay, because when you create a second, then make sure that which one is the first one, which is in the second one. The first account automatically an administrator. In my Windows, first account is automatically a administrator. Whatever the first account you created, automatically the account is administrator. Because it's a administrator, you compulsory you should provide a password. I'm giving a password here is Vedic @123. Okay, like this. I'm giving simple password. Okay, whatever the password you give, don't forget, or better always to give Vedic @123, admin @123, like that. So then you don't forget, next time you don't cause any problem. We are here to practice, not protect. It asks some questions. Okay, like you have to give some questions here. So what is your pet name, or a pet's name, kind of stuff. So I don't have any pets. I don't know. So what is no problem because it's a temporary one. City you born? I don't know where I born. I born in Vizag. Okay. And that too in a record mode, we should not put all the correct things. Okay. Childhood nickname. Something. Put it. If you got an issue, then only you will ask. If you forget your password, kind of stuff. Anyway, that much time I don't use it anyway. Okay. So make sure that you have to create a virtual machine properly. Things. Okay. So step by step. And it asks so many things like online speech recognition, location, and all. Read one by one and what it is. And if you don't want it, you can able to yes no kind of stuff. Okay, like this. If you remove it, it is always better because it won't consume your internet or data. Okay, like this. Find my device, not required to find your device. Location not required to share. Okay, so weather forecasting and all not required, right? Online speech recognition is also we need this one because Cortana is involved in that one. Okay, ink and typing also for physical machine is required. In here it is not required. So you can select some things, you can delete something also, just like to show you. Okay, accept. Okay, so what are the options we are selecting? These are all post installations on. Let Cortana help to get done. Okay, it is asking about Cortana enable part. You can accept or not now is also okay. I'm just putting accept. Okay. All options we can't able to remember, but note down all the options. I click next, so then I can't. So what we are doing, it is create user account. So I created a account name is student one. That's it. Remaining are next one only. I don't. Now what is going on? So it is actually creating your user profile. It will take time because of it is the first time user is created and is try to log in with user. So it is creating backside the user profile, and we have to see what is the user profile also. Give some time for that one. Meanwhile, we'll go with Windows 10 features. How to check once again. Nothing, no questions. Anybody having any questions? Please ask me. Installation wise, settings wise, otherwise, no one. Okay, so these are the different new features in Windows 10 compared to Windows 7. Already I shared this PPT, so then go through the PPT. Okay, start screen, start menu improvement. This is the start screen. Okay, so you can put your required things in tiles mode. So like this, these are the tiles. Okay, so like a VMware workstation, I keep it like a VM store, pictures, music, or anything, any application you can put the here as a shortcut as a tile mode. Okay. Next, you can search in a alphabetical manner, like you can go through what are the things like KM player, okay, VMware. So in a here like this, you can able to search in your Linux. Okay, sorry, Windows thing. So start menu and settings. These settings also introduced here in a Windows 10, more popular in Windows 10. Okay, improved cloud integration. You can store your data in OneDrive if you are link with your Microsoft account. Okay, you can put your data in your OneDrive also. So this is a OneDrive. If you keep the data in a OneDrive, so the data shows in your PC, and you can access this data from anywhere. For example, Sir shared some PPTs here. Okay, these are some PPTs, Oracle related PPTs. Okay, so now I can access this OneDrive from my mobile phone and from my laptop, or directly with web browser. I can access that data from anywhere, just like a Google Drive. Okay, just like a Google Drive. Got it. So like that. Next, new and enhanced recovery tools and options. So 1 second, will yeah, mine is completed. You can click yes or no, no problem. Just click on yes because internet is connected now. IP address. Okay. Okay. So successfully mission is installed. So okay. So Windows to go, client Hyper-V, support for multiple device types, bring your own support, mobility improvement, security enhancement, interface improvement, action center, universal Windows platform, Microsoft Edge, consolidated settings, multiple update resources, Windows Inc. Okay, Windows upgrade analytics, updates, hello for business, remote credential guard, action center, active hours, Cortana. Okay, like this. So out of this one, what you will understand, that is very important. What you don't understand, for example, improve mobility improvements, security enhancement, bring your own device. You don't get that one, so then no problem. Just at least remember what is more important, or better to tell those things which you understand. You can able to explain it. Okay, recovery options are there, like your system is crashed, you can reset your PC. Okay, if possible, like if any reset option is there, so you can go to reset option. If your system face any issues like a blue screen of death in Windows 10, it restart itself and try to recover it from the past one. Okay, automatically it will recover it. Any startup issues occur, it will do startup repair also. Otherwise you can go to repair options, and then you can do the startup repair also. So that is an new and enhanced recovery tools. Windows to go. Okay, what is the Windows to go? You are working in a different you are working in an organization, and you have to travel from one place to another place on your personal business. For example, you have an application, and an application cannot be your machine, your machine data, your applications, settings. Okay, everything is in your PC only, but you can't able to carry your PC. Maybe your company will call you and ask you do some work, but you can't able to carry your PC. So you can put all your information into your pen drive, and then you can use the pen drive as your Windows machine. Very simple. Your Windows 10 machine entirely copying into a bootable pen drive. A bootable pen drive. Just connect the pen drive to any system, boot with a pen drive. Just like you are carrying your laptop hard disk in the pen drive. It works like a hard disk in that time, and you can do your work in your own system, one interface. Okay, so that is Windows to go. Hyper-V is also virtualization platform, and you can create a virtual machines in a Hyper-V. It's a Microsoft proprietary, and it is. Microsoft Future, not application. Hyper-V is not application, it's a feature. Okay. Action Center is like this one. Action Center, any notification occurs, it will display the notifications here, and as well as it can control certain things in an Action Center, like a tablet mode. I can convert this normal desktop mode to tablet mode. You can keep it is in a airplane mode, network connection settings, VPN, projector connections. Snipping is a new one here. Okay. We can take a screenshot and we can modify that one. Okay, we can convert mobile your laptop into mobile hotspot also. Okay, just connect a cable internet to your laptop and make this one as a hotspot, like your mobile data convert into hotspot, right? Like that. Microsoft Edge is a default web browser in a Microsoft. So IE is become world. Okay, so my Windows 10 they introduce Microsoft Edge. It is only available from the Windows 10 onwards only. Microsoft Edge. Okay, Universal Windows Platform means like a Android Studio. If you want to develop a Android application, you need a Android Studio, right? Same thing. You want to develop a Windows applications in a Windows Store. Windows 10 also having Windows Store. To download application from Windows Store directly, we can do it like a your Google Play Store. How you download applications, Android applications from Google Play Store, same thing. Windows applications we can able to download from Windows Store. You need a Microsoft account for that one, including games also, Xbox games also you can able to download in your PC. Depends upon your PC hardware. Okay, and also you can build an application for Windows platform purpose, that is called a universal Windows platform. It's an application to build a application for Windows 10. Okay, so Action Center, active hours, Cortana is this one. Okay, so you can see this is a Cortana. This is Cortana. Last time some after my upgradation the Cortana is not feeling well. Okay, yeah, this is a Cortana. Hello Cortana, like your iPhone people having a Hello Siri, Hello Google type. So this is also is a voice interactive type. You can also give voice interactive. You can give voice commands also. So I said no, after upgradation it is giving problem.
Sorry, I don't know the answer to this one.
See like that. Okay. Um, better I'll open paint.
Sorry, but for the time being, I'm not equipped to do that.
Why? Open notepad.
Sorry, but for the time being, I'm not equipped to do that.
Die yourself. Yeah, I'm sign in. I done signing in is there now. So why it is what is GDP?
Gross Domestic Product (GDP) is a monetary measure of the market value of all the final goods and
That is
services
enough.
produced in a specific time period. GDP nominal per capita.
Pune lockdown.
Here is what I found.
Hey. Pune lockdown.
I'm sorry, but I can't help with that.
Lockdown in Maharashtra.
Sorry, I don't know the answer to this one.
Hey, you don't know anything, waste fellow. Okay, so this is Cortana. So both like it is. You can give voice commands to do some function, like you can shut down your machine, or you can restart your machine, or you want to open some application like that. So before it is upgradation, okay, before you it is new build version upgradation, it is working fine, and now it is not working properly. because something issues occur. Maybe next update it will work fine. Okay. So when you are telling someone to use Windows 10, so what are the things of benefits of Windows 10 is easier for user to use it, continuous update, improve device management, distribute apps by using Windows Store, and more secure. So here it is Windows 10. What are the names are there? But as I working with the Windows 10 from almost like 4 years, I'm working with the Windows 10. Okay, so my personal more than 4 years I'm using. Okay, so personally I'm telling Windows 10, it is once you have a Windows 10 you need to buy Windows 10 again. It means if you have a Windows 7, when Windows 8 is released you have to buy Windows 8, then Windows 8.1, then like that, right? But Windows 7 8 onwards they stop selling the operating system. I purchased this laptop with Windows 8, and then it is upgraded to 8.1 and a 10 and a 10 and a 10 only. It means any new features, any new things are there. So immediately there are every 6 months to 1 year, every year almost they are distributing new build versions freely. There are upgrading your Windows 10 levels. Instead of launching a new operating system, there are going with the Windows 10 only. Second, I got lot of issues in a Windows 10, like a mostly blue screen errors. I got it because of some applications and other things. It restart automatically and repair itself, and it is got my system back always. So I don't need to remove the operating system, reinstallation of operating system. So I didn't done. Okay, when I use this system at the time of Windows 8, of course that time is my sister is using, she got a problem, and I refresh the PC that time. So there is a two options, reset and refresh. Now in Windows 10 only reset is there. Okay, in reset two options are there again. So I done a refresh. So by refresh you can able to repair your system. Startup repair options are also there. Okay. Windows 10 also providing powerful Windows Defender to defend your system from unwanted malwares and antivirus spywares. It is protection is also there. Okay, so other features we can able to select. Yeah, we'll finish the first installation part, let it complete. So guys, this is a Windows 10. If you see, it is a very small screen. So whenever you install operating system, first of all you install a drivers. This is a VMware tools. You can go to like this, VMware tools. Okay, if you click on VMware tools, it is asking for install. Just click on install. Maybe whatever is forward the that video may not having how to install a VMware tools, but if you check the next video after that one, so means if you search in there in the sequence, you can find Windows 10 videos. Okay. A notification came, but I didn't click on it, so no problem. Just go to this PC. If you forget to click on notification, this PC, you can see VMware tools automatically mounted at D drive. Once it is installed completely, okay, click on yes. Okay, so automatically it will install, depends upon your bit. Okay, so as I said, create an account and log in. Automatically to log in, so you don't need to log in, already log in. So normally I am telling about normal desktop. So install drivers, device drivers. I will install a device drivers, depends upon my hardware. So the motherboard, CD, something it will be there now. So based on that, I will install my network drivers, graphic drivers, audio drivers. Usually I install. If I don't have a driver CD and all, So I will try to find what is the network drivers. First install the network drivers, connect it to internet, and download the remaining drivers and install the drivers. That is the thing you can do it. First install the device drivers. Make sure that connect internet. Okay, connect internet. Okay, Up, update Windows Defender. Okay, so first what we have to do, update your Windows Defender or install antivirus. Okay, install your antivirus or a network protection, anything, any kind of antivirus, Kaspersky, Nord32. Okay, total security or whatever the name of antivirus you are using, you can install the antivirus and update antivirus. Okay, so ignore the spelling mistakes if any there. So antivirus, then install the application. Install your required application, do the settings. Okay, so install your applications. Settings or do configurations or settings, depends upon your required kind of stuff like a power settings, service settings, like that. Okay, so install application settings kind of stuff and do it. Okay, so remaining you can do all the part. So this is general, but we are using VMware, right? So we are using VMware, so we have to install in a VMware workstation we are using, we have to install VMware tools. Okay, so 1 hour after installation of VMware tools, it is asking for restart. We have to restart. Okay, so it is asking for a next, complete, next, install. Okay, install your VMware tools, guys. Those who are already complete installation Windows 10. Okay, maybe now or later, means in a break time or a evening time, whatever it is, install VMware tools. So then your screen also will good and integration increases, like you can do drag and drops from your desktop to your physical machine to virtual machine, drag and drops will occurs. Okay, it works in enhanced mode, the keyboard and mouse integration will occurs. Okay, so that's why better to install a VMware tools. Yeah, ask me. You're trying to asking someone. Yeah, this can be a big video because I started earlier and I tell a lot of story. So once it is done, so yeah, now it is the big screen. Next time onwards, I'll take small parts only like a 20 minutes. Okay, around 20-25 minutes videos only. Okay, video means the class parts. Okay, this is the installation. Okay, we need a machine to explain something, right. It is finished now. It is asking for restart, but I click on no. Why no? Because I want to shut it down. Then I will start manually by shall I shut down the machine. Okay, so once I shut down the machine, I will decrease the RAM. I kept RAM 4 GB. Why 4 GB? For installation purpose only, faster it will install if I put a 4 GB. Okay, so once it is system is shut down, I will decrease it to 2 GB. So I'm going to decrease it to 2 GB now. Edit virtual machine settings, 2 GB. Okay, so it is now 2 GB. So click on somewhere like 2 GB. Okay, these options you cannot change now. Okay, yeah, this option you can change it anytime, no problem. But I'm keeping in now it is 2 GB. Earlier it is 4 GB. Now I change it to 2 GB by clicking 2 GB 2048. Okay, now you can start your virtual machine. So why 2 GB? I don't want to allocate 4 GB for Windows 10 machine. Just I want to do other practicals don't require more RAM space. So that's why I change it to 2 GB. Now I restarted my machine. It will start, no problem. So no need to worry about it. Okay, because when I running other machines, so then I need more space. Okay, next.